Our cake is ready. Ah, wow, looks so nice. Beans, can you put the knife again so they can see that it's done? It's not sticking. Okay. Do you want to cut it? Let's cut the side. Hello, welcome to Gist with Abby. I have my namesake here with me, and she's going to show us how to make red velvet, like easy, simple recipes of red velvet cake. Okay, so let's dive in.
So I'll be measuring the oil, and which we're going to be using 3/4 cup of oil, vegetable canola, any one. If you don't have 3/4 cup of measuring cup, you can use 1/4 in 3 places. So we're going to start. We are using 1/4.
I'm excited. I've always wanted to learn red velvet. 1/4.
Yes.
Okay. Wait, how many of 1/4?
3.
3.
The recipe is 3/4.
Oh,
but
okay,
because we don't have cup of 3/4, so we're
Okay.
using 1/4.
Okay.
So after that, we're going to be 1.5 cup of sugar.
Okay. That's the problem I have with cake. 1.5 cup.
Trust me, it's not going to.
It's not going to be too much.
It's not going to be.
Yes, that's half cup. Okay.
Then this is what we have here. Then we're going to mix it together until we get a very good consistency before adding the egg.
Okay. So 3/4 for oil, and then 1.5 cups of sugar.
Yes.
Okay. So you mix it together.
Yeah. So I'll be adding 2 eggs, which should be room temperature and not cold. Because if it's cold, it's going to affect the texture of the cake.
So if I bring it out from the fridge, how do I make it room temperature?
So you put it in a bowl and put in warm water, not hot water, so it doesn't break.
Okay.
Just room temperature. Or you bring it out early enough and put it on your kitchen counter.
Yeah. Okay. So you mix again.
So this is where the real work comes in.
Okay.
Can you please get me a spatula?
Spatula. Okay.
Yes.
Is this one fine?
Javana. It's fine, but because red velvet, I don't want it to stain it.
Oh. Let me see. These are all the ones I have.
Okay.
This one.
Yes, thank you. So this is well incorporated, and
Wow.
can you see
Looks
that?
like custard.
Yeah. So the egg, everything has mixed together. So at this point, so there's no when to put flavor. You can put at any stage, but I want to put mine now.
Okay.
So you put 1 tablespoon of flavor in it.
Okay.
So why didn't I measure? Because I'm using
The ancestors.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So in this mixture, we have 2 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and
Cocoa powder, Abby.
yes, and half tablespoon of cocoa powder. So right now, I'm going to be adding our red powder because we're making red velvet, and I'm going to be using half tablespoon.
Okay.
So I'll be putting this in the wet ingredient.
Oh.
So you can either put it in the dry, but I'm putting mine in the wet.
Why? Do you have any reason why you prefer?
Because I'm using this whisk.
Okay.
If I was using an electric mixer,
I
would have put it in the dry
one
because I know that the incorporation will be good.
Okay.
But here I need to ensure that it mixes really well.
Okay.
So this is it.
Wow. I didn't know there was something called red powder or something.
Yeah, so you have red powder or red paste. You can buy it off Amazon.
Okay.
I know. But not red food coloring, the liquid one. You won't get the right color with this.
Okay.
So now I'm going to put the dry ingredients, and here I have the buttermilk. You can find buttermilk in store, but just in case you don't have, you can't find it there, you can just do 1 cup of milk, room temperature. If you are bringing it out from the fridge, just pop it in the microwave for 45 seconds. Then you put half teaspoon of white vinegar.
Okay.
And you let it sit for at least 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh.
So I've done that early enough. So if you look at it well, you can see that the milk has curdled. Can you see it has curdled? So we've gotten our buttermilk here.
Oh.
So I'm going to pour a bit of
vinegar,
the liquid in here.
Sorry, how many cups did you call this one?
1 cup of
1
milk.
cup, okay.
Then I'm going to pour a bit of the dry ingredients in it. The reason I'm not pouring everything because I don't want it to have lumps.
Okay. Okay, keep mixing.
Yeah. So mixing, you can say I'm mixing gently. I'm not doing like this. Because if you mix too much, it's going to affect the texture. And also, I'm going one way with my mixing. So I'm going clockwise. I'm not doing anti-clockwise. So if you're starting with anti-clockwise,
continue like that. It's reminding me of puff. They say don't over mix it. If not, it's going to affect the texture.
Yeah. So I'm going to pour the remaining flour inside.
Okay.
I still have some liquid yet. I'm going to pour it, but I need to mix
the remaining buttermilk that you created.
Yeah. Can you please pour it for me?
Okay. Should I pour it once or in bits? Like this?
I just leave a little bit left. Pour it.
Okay.
It's okay. Thank you.
Nice. This red color makes sense. So.
Yeah. But another way to get this is that paste.
The paste, okay.
Please, can you pour the remaining?
Okay. Nice.
So this is well incorporated. Can you see? No lumps, and I only use the whisk. So if in case you're thinking of baking, trust me, you don't need to have every single thing.
Wow.
Just start with what you have.
So you don't even need any hand mixer or...
If you have, you can use it, but if you don't...
The whisk is fine.
Just make sure you have a good recipe. Once you have a good recipe...
It's going to work out.
Yeah, so...
Okay.
So the final thing is we're going to do half teaspoon of baking soda.
What does this one do?
Watch.
Yeah, okay. Oh, shit. I just watch and see.
Just watch. The magic. And I'm going
vinegar again.
I'm going to be adding same measurement, half teaspoon of vinegar inside. We're doing some science.
Are you
So I don't know if you can see. Can you see? It's bubbling. So I'm going to mix very well to ensure everything is well incorporated.
Baking soda and vinegar.
Yes.
White vinegar.
Yes. Then I'm pouring it into it. So at this stage, I'm no longer using a whisk. I'm only going to use a spatula to fold it in.
Oh, fold. Okay.
Yes, to fold it in.
You've not told me what this one does though.
What's that?
The baking soda and the vinegar. What does it do?
So it has to the texture of red velvet.
Okay.
Red velvet is quite different from every other recipe because this is not a vanilla recipe with red color, but this is an authentic red velvet recipe. Okay. So we're going to make sure that this mixes well. If it doesn't mix well, you might notice that the red velvet is tasting like soap.
Now to mix them well, you don't
not too well. Not like a bowl.
You'll be folding it. That's why you're using the spatula.
Yes. You've already put, okay, I think I've mentioned this.
That.
Okay. So now we have our cake pan here. It is lined already.
With parchment paper.
Parchment paper. Could you please turn on the oven?
What degree? Tell them.
300.
300.
Because we
Okay.
need it very hot. Then once we put it in, we'll reduce it to 250.
Okay.
So now I'm pouring this inside.
Wow, it looks so good already.
I would have told you to taste, but I'm not giving.
It looks so good already. God have mercy. So it's going to be in the oven for how many minutes?
Between 35 to 45 minutes.
Okay. How do I? Okay. Anyways,
how do you check?
And that's like, how will I know if it's done? Because it's there between.
So how do we want to know it is done? So after putting the oven for 20 minutes, we'll open and just check that, okay, it is rising and all that. Then we'll close it back. Then after another 15 to 20 minutes, we would open and put either toothpick, skewer, or knife, or just something that you can insert in between.
Yeah.
If you put it in and it comes out wet, that means it's not ready. But if you put it and it comes out dry, that means the cake is ready. Another way to also know it is if you put your hand at the top of the cake and it leaves your fingerprint on top.
Yeah, it means it's not done.
Yes.
Okay.
So those are the few ways you can know.
Oh shit.
Nothing good.
Oh my, it looks so good. I love red velvet. Like, it's not even done. I'm already craving it.
So I'm going to heat this on the counter. So why am I doing that? I'm removing all the air trapped inside. You will notice that some cake, when you cut it, it has holes. But because we don't want that here, so we just do like this. And you see that the bubble is coming out. So
this one, who taught you this one? This one looks like ancestor teaching.
I'm a professional.
This is nice.
So now we're going to check the oven to just see the temperature. Not too hot, but at least hot enough that once the cake goes in, everything will start working. Because this has baking powder, baking soda, vinegar. The chemical reaction has started working immediately. So this is not a cake that you do, you leave it, say, let me go and pick child from school. No, you put it in the oven immediately. So now I'm checking the oven. I'll be back.
That the chemical work. This one is not just baking things. So this one is science.
Yes, it is.
Don't think bakers are joking though. You even have to do this. I was tempted to do that. Okay. Is the oven okay now?
Yes, it is. It is. So this is going to the oven now.
So 250 degrees, right?
Yeah, we're going to reduce it to 250 degrees.
For 30 to 45 minutes.
For 35 to 40.
35 to 45 minutes.
Yes.
Between 35 to 45 minutes. Okay.
Mommy.
The smoke, Seth. It looks so yummy. Damn, I can't wait. I cannot wait to have some. Okay. Nice. Don't say I didn't do anything for you guys though. My namesake and I. Look at this hot red velvet video. Alright guys, see you later. Bye.